Hello, Year 6, it's Miss Jobbins here with your novel study Spring 2 book, which is Incredible Journeys, Discovery, Adventure, Danger and Endurance by Leveson Wood. Today we're going to be reading the chapter Christopher Columbus and the Discovery of America. So as you can see here, it says, if we just zoom down, when Columbus arrived home, he was welcomed as a hero. Now, some of you might have heard of Christopher Columbus, and after you've read this little section and also maybe come back to it, you might want to do your own research. And as always, please can you remember to upload it to Class Dojo as well. Please remember that you can always pause these teaching and reading points as we go along. So if you do need to come back to them or pause them as we read, let me know. When I set out to write this book, I knew I wanted to include explorers whose discoveries had changed the world forever. But that meant including people who had done harm as well as good. This next explorer is one example. The adventurer Christopher Columbus was born in 1451 in Genoa, Italy. By the time he was in his 30s, he'd sailed to Iceland, Ireland, and the coast of West Africa. But he wanted to go further, to see what was on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. He believed that if he travelled far enough, he would reach India. At the time, nobody in Europe knew that America existed. Columbus was ambitious, fueled by the desire for gold and the promise of adventure and glory. But he needed money to fund his expedition and won support from the King and Queen of Spain, who were eager to expand their influence overseas. His first expedition set sail from the Spanish ports of Palos de la Frontera in 1492. Between then and 1504, Columbus completed 4 trips from Europe across the Atlantic Ocean to what was known then as the New World, but which today we call America. In that time, he planted the Spanish royal banner at San Salvador in what is now the Bahamas, Hispaniola, now split into Haiti and the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, and many islands in the Caribbean. When Columbus headed home, he took with him gold and parrots, not to mention the first potatoes, tomatoes, turkeys, pineapples, cacao beans, or cacao beans, tobacco, and coffee beans ever seen in Europe. He was welcomed home a hero. But it is important for us to consider what these events must have been like for people living in the Americas. Their countries were invaded and their homes conquered by force. Until this point, the biggest animal in the part of the world was the llama, but Columbus and his armies that followed him cantered into villages and towns on horseback. People thought that they were strange gods sent from the skies and must have been terrified. The European invaders also carried diseases, and these passed on to the people of the Americas, killing hundreds of thousands. In the century that followed Columbus's arrival in the Americas, millions of people died. People sometimes refer to Columbus's discovery or discovering America, but actually there have been people living in the Americas for centuries, and vast established civilizations like the Maya lived there. It also happened that in 1451, Europeans were leaders in documenting the world's stories. This meant we often hear the European version of history rather than how it appeared to those who were invaded. There's no denying, though, that by the time he died in 1506, Columbus had changed exploration and the world forever, for better and for worse. So please remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can always come back to this chapter if you needed to support your learning, and we hope you're enjoying the book so far. Have a lovely day. Bye.